Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to tell you a story that might quietly change the way you see your life, your habits, and your future. This is not just another motivational talk, it's a life lesson wrapped inside a simple story. A story about discipline, about the mind, and about how success is never far away when you finally learn to control what goes on inside your head. There was once a young man who dreamed big. His dreams were loud, colorful, and full of success. He imagined himself winning, respected, financially free, calm, confident, and proud of the person he had become. But every morning, when he woke up, reality felt very different. His alarm rang, he snoozed it. His plans were clear, but his actions were weak. He promised himself he would start today, but today always turned into tomorrow. Days passed, then weeks, then years. His dreams stayed the same, but his life didn't move. Deep inside, he felt frustrated. Not because he didn't know what to do, but because he knew exactly what to do and still didn't do it. That's when he realized something painful but powerful. His biggest enemy wasn't lack of talent, lack of luck, or lack of opportunities. His biggest enemy was an undisciplined mind. He used to believe motivation was the key. He waited to feel inspired. He watched videos, read quotes, listened to speeches, and felt excited for a few hours. But when the excitement faded, his old habits returned. Scrolling, procrastinating, complaining, and escaping responsibility. Slowly, he understood a hard truth. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Motivation is a feeling, discipline is a decision. One evening, after another unproductive day, he sat alone in his room. No music, no phone, no distractions. Just silence. And in that silence, a question hit him hard. What if my life stays exactly like this for the next 10 years? Same excuses, same fear, same comfort zone. The thought scared him more than failure ever did. That night, he decided something had to change. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. He didn't try to change everything at once. He didn't make unrealistic promises. Instead, he focused on one thing. Controlling his mind. Because he finally understood this simple rule. If you can discipline your mind, you can discipline your life. The next morning, the alarm rang. His mind immediately said, sleep a little more, but for the first time, he talked back to his mind. He said, no. It felt uncomfortable. His body resisted. But he got up anyway. That small victory felt powerful. Not because it changed his life instantly, but because it proved something important. He was stronger than his excuses. He started small. Waking up on time. Making his bed. Doing what he said he would do, even when he didn't feel like it. Some days were easy. Most days were hard. But every time his mind tried to escape effort, he reminded himself why he started. He wasn't chasing comfort anymore. He was chasing growth. Slowly, his routine changed. Mornings became focused. Distractions became less attractive. Discipline started creating clarity. And clarity created confidence. He noticed something interesting. The more disciplined he became, the less he needed motivation. Action itself became his motivation. There were days when he failed. Days when he fell back into old habits. But instead of quitting, he learned to reset. He stopped being harsh on himself and started being honest with himself. He realized discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. As weeks turned into months, people around him started noticing changes. Not because he talked about success, but because his actions spoke louder. He was calmer. More focused. More reliable. Opportunities started showing up, not magically, but naturally. Because disciplined people attract trust. And trust attracts success. One day, he looked back at his old self and smiled. Not because life was easy now, but because he was stronger now. His problems didn't disappear, but his mindset changed. And that made all the difference. He understood another powerful truth. Discipline is freedom. Most people think discipline means restriction. But in reality, discipline gives you control. When you control your time, your habits, and your thoughts, you control your future. An undisciplined mind is always tired, confused, and stressed. A disciplined mind is calm, clear, and focused. He stopped comparing himself to others. He stopped chasing shortcuts. He stopped waiting for perfect conditions. He worked on himself daily, quietly, patiently. He knew success was not one big moment. It was the result of small disciplined actions repeated every day. There was a moment when he faced a big challenge. Something that would have broken his old self. Fear tried to take over. Doubt whispered, "You're not ready," but discipline reminded him, "You've been preparing." He showed up. He gave his best. And even though the outcome wasn't perfect, he walked away proud. Because discipline taught him courage. Over time, his goals started turning into reality. Not overnight, not without struggle, but steadily. He learned new skills. Improved his health. Strengthened his mindset. Built habits that supported his dreams instead of destroying them. And the most beautiful part was this. Success didn't change him. Discipline did. Success was just the result. Now, let me tell you something important. This story is not just about him. It's about you. Right now. Listening to this. Feeling inspired. Feeling motivated. The question is not whether you want success. Everyone wants success. The question is whether you are willing to discipline your mind when it matters most. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. It means saying no to distractions so you can say yes to your future. Your mind will always try to protect you from discomfort. It will look for excuses. It will convince you to wait. But you must remember this. Growth lives outside your comfort zone. Every time you push through resistance, you become stronger. You don't need to be extraordinary to succeed. You need to be disciplined. You don't need perfect conditions. You need consistent action. You don't need to change your entire life today. You just need to control your next decision. Start small. But start now. Wake up on time. Focus for 1 hour. Finish one task. Keep one promise to yourself. Those small wins will build momentum. And momentum will change your life. There will be days when you feel tired. Days when progress feels slow. Days when quitting feels easier. Those are the days that define you. Discipline is built in moments when no one is watching. Remember, your future self is watching. Your future self is depending on the decisions you make today. Don't betray that future for temporary comfort. Success is not about luck. It's about self-control. It's about mental strength. It's about discipline. Discipline your mind now, and everything else will follow. If this story connected with you, take a moment and reflect. What is one habit you need to discipline today? Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Because the moment you take control of your mind, you take control of your destiny. Thank you for listening. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. And keep moving forward.